Bitcoin is going to $130,000. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why, with all the technical analysis, reasoning, and basis, and everything that you need to know as to why it's going to be going there and how you can actually profit from it here in just a few minutes. Now, before we get into all of that, obviously, make sure that you smash that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe. Boom! Bang on the notification bell. Comment anything that you want in the relevant sections. I appreciate it. And let's just get straight into why I think that Bitcoin could be going to $130,000 in the coming months, because there's a massive bullish pattern that has formed on the charts. So before we do anything, we're just going to jump straight into the chart so you can see exactly what I see. All right, first and foremost, let's pull up our chart, because this is what is going to tell us every single thing that we need to know about everything that is happening inside of the crypto markets. First and foremost, the first thing that I am seeing on the chart is a cup and handle pattern. Now, are we seeing this on one single time frame? Absolutely not. We are seeing this on the monthly chart, where you can actually see this cup and handle forming, and it is beautiful, to be honest with you. It's a really good cup and handle pattern. So I'm looking extremely forward to seeing where this goes. Now, secondarily, we also see it on the weekly chart, where you can see the low is right around down here, around like $15,000. And the highs of the cup was actually at previous range highs. This is incredibly important. This is something you have to be incredibly aware of. There can be a cup and handle in, other places inside of this. Like there could be a cup and handle right here, right? But it's not as significant, right? You could even argue that this is a cup and handle. Boom, boom. And then it broke out, but it's not as significant of a move, because you want to see the top of the cup come in around the range highs. And what I mean by range highs is more around like the past 180 days, maybe past year, at least 6 to 8 months, potentially 12 months. And same thing here on the weekly chart. You want to see it being at near-term or long-term highs. So we see a long-term high over here. This is actually the all-time high. And then we see us crack a new all-time high here. And that is how you want to see the cup and handle forming. Now, secondarily, you can also see it on the daily chart, jumping off of the page at you right here on 3 different charts. So not only just the daily, not only the weekly, but also the monthly chart. Now, I want to give you some knowledge before we get into exactly where this is going to go, how you're going to measure it, and all of those types of things, even though you can probably already see it on the screen. You are going to want to see the flatter, the better on the actual handle of this cup and handle. The flatter, the better. You don't want it to be, going up. You also don't want it to be going significantly down either. The handle doesn't actually have to curl. Now, we are seeing that this is a pretty straight handle. It's got very little angle to it. You would see this probably get nullified if it were to go down here to the 15K range, which we obviously know it's probably not going to happen, but I would likely see, 45K being the level where we would see, okay, this cup and handle is no longer working. And technically, we're looking at more like 55K whenever we actually break this channel. Okay, because if we break below this channel, this cup and handle is not going to be viable anymore on any one of these charts. Now, we are seeing a massive drop, and I just posted about this on Twitter, I believe yesterday, where I said, hey, this is where you should be shorting Bitcoin. Why? Because we came up here and we tested the previous all-time high, and we got rejected nasty style right there. And we're already back down to the $70,000 range, somewhere in the realm of right around the $70,700 range, and I was screaming short right around the $73,000 range. So if you took that trade, good for you. You're actually in a massive profit right now, but I want to show you why all of this matters. Okay. When we measure this cup and handle, we can actually measure it from the top to the bottom and measure the move. So if we take that and we copy and paste it over here to the move after where the breakout would be, and the breakout needs to be above the previous all-time high, we would take it all the way up to about $130,000. So when I say Bitcoin is going to be 110, 120, 130K plus, it very well could be. This is going to take a while for it to play out, but we will see how it plays out in the coming weeks and months in the chart. And most likely it's going to be determined upon the election that's happening in a few days, as well as bleeding into 2025. Now, for us to actually see this breakout happen, we are going to want to see a monthly candle close on the monthly chart, at least for this cup and handle to be valid, okay, and for you to enter a position based upon the cup and handle, we would want to see a monthly candle close above $73,835. Okay, that's key. That is the previous all-time high. All right, unless we close a monthly candle, which is today, the monthly candle close is today, unless we close above that, this is not confirmed, and we'll have to wait until the next monthly candle. The good news is you can go down to the weekly chart. So if we close any weekly candle, which our next weekly candle closes on Sunday this week, if we close that above $73,835, that would be the confirmation of this pattern. And secondarily, you don't have to wait an entire week for this because it's going to happen on the daily chart before it happens on a weekly, before it happens on a monthly, right? So same exact price target above $73,835 is confirmation of the breakout of the cup and handle. You have to wait for the candle to close. The candle has to close above it. Okay. Now, can it come back and test it as support? Absolutely. Can it fall through that support and then become resistance again? Absolutely. It could fall right back into this channel. But most likely, what will happen is we will see a bump up, a nice move to the $130,000 level. Now, there are levels before that you need to watch out for, and I'm going to show you exactly what those levels are. But before we get into that, I want to show you some TA that a lot of common people are going to do, and I'm going to show you why it's actually not correct, okay? So I'm going to pull this up. This is a inverted head and shoulders pattern, okay? So what you're seeing is the left shoulder, the head, and then the right shoulder. This looks like a head and shoulders, right? The left shoulder looks proportionate to the right shoulder. The head is larger than the shoulders. It looks good, right? Here's the problem. On an inverse head and shoulders, it should not be slanting up. It should either be flat or slanting down just barely, okay? Once it is slanting up, this is no longer a pattern that you want to look at. If this was a actual head and shoulders that was going this way, then yes, that would be valid because the neckline is slanting up. But unfortunately, since this is an inverted head and shoulders, I'm not considering a head and shoulders pattern here. I'm considering the cup and handle pattern here. So that is, one of the more bullish patterns is probably the head and shoulders. Cup and handle is a close second. So we'll take what we can get, right? Here's my other thing that I want to talk about really quick. We're going to pull all of this stuff off of here, and I'm going to show you why I think that the next logical place for any resistance to be coming in is going to be the $99,000 level, and then also 110K, and then about 120K. Okay. So the reason why I think that, and the reason, I guess my basis behind it, is if you pull the Fibonacci from the 2020 bull run, you're getting a 1.618 Fibonacci extension to about $109,000. Now, if you look at the 2016 bull run, you are seeing $83,000 as being about the top of that, okay? And what do I mean by that? I mean, if you go all the way back to the 2016 bull run, which was way over here, and you measure it from the bottom to the top, you are getting almost a full extension up here. And you can see how we've already tested the 3.618, and now we're trying to fully extend it to the 4.236 up here. So you're going to see a little bit of resistance right here in the $83,000 range, and you're also going to see resistance in the $99,000 range. Your next key level of resistance is going to be around 110. And then you're going to see it going all the way up to about $147,000, right? But we know that we have resistance right here in the 99K range and also in the 110 range. So once we get through 83, then we're targeting $99,000. Once we get through 99, which is essentially one of those key levels, one of those key psychological levels, $100,000, we will be targeting the $110,000 level from this 2020 bull run, right? Then what we will be targeting after that is the $130,000 level that we just drew from this cup and handle pattern, and we could even see it going up to somewhere in the realm of $147,000. Now, is this going to be a parabolic move? Definitely not. It's not just going to go absolutely parabolic the entire way. You're going to see legs up, legs down. That's why Fibonacci's are so important and critical in this analysis to understand where could we bounce to and back from whenever we hit a resistance level, what's our next likely level of support where we can catch if we take profits up here and then buy back in for the next leg up. So make sure that you're following my channel. Make sure you're watching all of my technical analysis. Make sure that you are subscribed and you've banged on that notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. I appreciate everybody for showing up. Hopefully you got some good content out of this, and hopefully this helped you understand a little bit better where Bitcoin is going, why it's going to be going there, and hopefully we will see an altcoin season here very soon once this election is wrapped up. So with that being said, make sure you smash the like button, make sure you hit subscribe, boom, bang on the notification bell, comment anything that you want in the relevant sections. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for showing up to this video. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, everyone.